folks. Pastor Stephen here from Guilford Park Presbyterian Church, hoping that you are getting your week off to a wonderful start. Had a great day yesterday. Fred Beck led us in worship and journeyed with us through the story of Nicodemus coming to Jesus as we continue our Lenten sermon series, Seeking Honest Questions for Deeper Faith. Yesterday was also a really busy day. We had two different adult ed options after worship. I'm told we had about 45 women show up for our forum on anxiety, sponsored by our Presbyterian women and led by our own Judy Heron-Lasley. And then Kit Schooley gathered with folks for our adult Sunday school hour in the Westminster room. And then yesterday we had our first watch party of the hit viral TV series, The Chosen. Had about 35 people show up for that. So we're grateful that things are busy around here. We have multiple ways for you to engage both inside worship and outside of worship. And we hope you will join us as we continue to grow together and go through this Lenten season together. But now we turn our attention to the next Sunday. So we will gather here on Sunday, March 12th for a couple of wonderful opportunities. As we continue our Lenten journey, we will be going through the story of John chapter 4, which is the story of Jesus and the Samaritan woman at the well. This is one of the most detailed conversations between Jesus and anyone else, is between this woman whose name we do not know. But we'll talk a little bit about the different ways that this passage has been interpreted and maybe a new way that we can look at it with fresh eyes. The topic for this Sunday, or the sermon title, I should say, is going to be Seeking, Will You Give Me a Drink? Because that is how Jesus begins this conversation with this woman who has had a lot of social stigma and set upon her shoulders. That's the first question he asked of her. Will you give me a drink? You see, so often, I don't want to give away too much of my sermon because I'm still working on it, but so often in that passage, we emphasize on the things that Jesus gives to this woman, which are certainly important, living water, but we're also going to focus on what this woman could provide for him. And so this is not just a one-way street, but rather this is a ministry of mutuality, where Jesus comes to this woman and says, you have worth, and you have something that you can provide for me and do for me. And that is what Jesus does indeed for all of us in our moments when we feel worthy, but in our moments that usually are much more frequent, in our moments of unworthiness. So we hope you will join us this Sunday at 10 o'clock. Afterwards, we will continue. I will be leading our Sunday school adult Sunday school at 11:15 as we continue our march through Rachel Held Evans' book, Searching for Sunday. We're going to be talking a little bit about holy orders. It's a bit of a weird phrase we don't use too often here in the Presbyterian Church, but we're going to be talking about how we use our hands in ministry, our feet in ministry and mission, and then we'll talk a little bit about how God shows up when we screw up. So we invite you to join us at 11:15 in the fellowship hall. And then we will go through episode 2 of The Chosen on Sunday at 5 o'clock. Same thing as we did yesterday. If you want to watch the episode with us, you can show up at 5. And then at 5:45 is going to be the discussion led by our own Lynn Carey. So that will be at, again, episode at 5 and the discussion at 5:45. Are so grateful for your presence with us. There are exciting things happening here at Guilford Park Presbyterian Church. We're grateful for you, and there's a place for you in the neighborhood. Hope that you have a wonderful and blessed week. We'll see you on Sunday, y'all.